So they said, what when smartphones can be the main camera? Well, this Vivo X200 FE just laughed, tossed on some ZEISS shades, and strutted like it owns the lens game. In a world where smartphones fight over megapixel like kids grabbing over the last piece of chocolate, this one calmly flexes with a stable camera setup like, relax boys, I've got this. I mean phones like the Ultras, a Xiaomi 15 Ultra, the Vivo X200 Ultra, Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, Oppo Find X8 Ultra, Poco F7 Ultra. Bro, it's like the Ultra Avengers out here. Oh, and don't forget the final boss, the Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. Sure, they get massive sensor and lens bumps that looks like they could scan the moon. But for real world, day-to-day usage, this Vivo X200 FE just casually walks in and slaps them all with the real-life performance. For 95% of users, this is the one, especially if you make it to the end of this review. The smartphone has every little trick a photographer or videographer dreams of, minus the back pain from carrying a DSLR camera. So, if you're hunting for an affordable camera champ that's ready to take on the Ultras like it's entering a UFC ring, then stick around because I'm about to test it harder than my patience with budget smartphones. And hey, if you're new here, then smash that subscribe button and press the bell icon so you never miss a camera review that's more fun than your group chat on a weekend. So, in bright daylight, the Vivo X200 FE flexes some serious camera muscle, especially when you're using either of its two 50 megapixel heavy hitters, the main and the 3x telephoto. Starting with the main sensor, the results are seriously impressive. Dynamic range is excellent, highlights and shadows are handled gracefully, and the colors strike that ideal balance, vibrant but never cartoonishly saturated. The white balance stays accurate shot after shot, and there is barely any visible noise, even in fine textures. From the leaves in the background to the brick wall in the distance, everything stays razor sharp, delivering exactly what you expect from Vivo's vicious true color promise. Then comes the 50 megapixel telephoto, and while it technically has a narrower f2.65 aperture, it still punches above its weight. Sharpness takes a tiny dip compared to the main camera, almost negligible unless you're really zooming in, but still produces clean, detailed shot with a very natural look. That 70mm equivalent focal length is incredibly versatile, ideal for isolating subject, capturing flattering portraits, or just getting retro with perspective. And the fact that it does this through a periscope design without adding bulb is a win in engineering. But then there's an 8 megapixel ultra wide, and here's where things slip. While it keeps up decently with colors and exposure, the sharpness just doesn't hold. Fine detail starts to smudge, especially at the corners, and the lack of autofocus limits what you can do up close. It's kind of lens that works if you are capturing landscapes or tight indoor shots. But beyond that, it's not adding much to the experience. Now, when I was out capturing these shots, something felt off, and turns out I was absolutely right. If you take a closer look at the 3x shots, you will notice an f1.88 aperture, which instantly gives you that plot twist. These were actually taken using the main camera. Yep, even though I specifically tapped the 3x toggle in the camera app, the telephoto lens never kicked in. You might ask why? Well, no clue here. But Vivo seriously needs to address this ASAP because, like me, you might think you are capturing crisp telephoto shots, when in reality, you are just cropping into the main sensor. And the camera app gives you zero warning, no pop-ups, no alert, not even passive-aggressive notification. And as you can see, I took a lot of shots before realizing this betrayal. So yeah, learn from my mistakes, check the metadata, or prepare to be mildly annoyed later. Now, when the sun goes down and the scene shifts to dimly lit rooms and street lights, the Vivo X200 FE camera system shows what it's really made of. And to be fair, the main and the telephoto sensors don't flinch. The 50 megapixel main sensor keeps things tight and impressive. Exposure are well balanced, shadow detail holds up, highlights don't get tortured, and the color accuracy is still shockingly good considering the lighting conditions. Even in tougher scenes, it avoids that over-smoothed watercolor look often used from other smartphones trying too hard to look clean in the dark. Textures and detail are preserved well. The sharpness feels natural and everything looks intentional, not like it was patched by a panic AI algorithm at the last setting. Vivo clearly leaned into ZEISS optics and computational photography sauce here, and it pays off. Even there is a 50 megapixel telephoto, and honestly, it's surprisingly confident in the dark. Most smartphones tuck their zoom lenses away the moment light gets low, but not here. It holds up with solid dynamic range, punchy color, and detail that doesn't fall apart like a budget thriller in the third act. This alone makes the telephoto lens feel far more premium than you would expect from a smartphone at this price point. And then, the ultra-wide camera, once again dragging its feet. In low light, it really starts to crack under pressure. Detail gets mushy, sharpness walks out the door, and colors start to look like they had a long day. Yes, dynamic range is possible, so you won't get completely black mess or blown out lights, but let's not pretend this is a usable light shooter. The ultra-wide simply doesn't have the sensor power to keep up, and no amount of AI voodoo can change that. One of the big talking points of the Vivo X200 FE camera is the AI magic built right into the camera app. Snap a photo and you can instantly flip it into 4 different weather styles: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. That basically lets you play Mother Nature without even opening the window. And it's not just for the show. You upload the image and the Vivo AI does its thing, and the results are actually impressive. Portraits are another strong suit. The X200 FE rolls in with ZEISS branding and a full lineup of focal lengths: 23mm, 35mm, 50mm, 85mm, and 100mm, each paired with ZEISS-style bokeh effects. That means whether you want a wide, cinematic story shot or a tight, creamy headshot, you got the tools. In good lighting, the portraits are genuinely solid. Skin tone stays mostly natural, especially with the 3x telephoto, and you get flattering compression, minimal distortion, and that comfortable subject distance pros aim for. The bokeh is smooth, edge direction is on point, the background separation looks refined, not like it was cut out with safety scissors. Plus, I should point out that if I wanted a smartphone just for the portraits, this smartphone will be my go-to because, as you can see, it's a dream come true for portrait lovers. I mean, the image quality, dynamic range, the details, everything is just on point here. Now, let's talk zoom. His X200 FE goes all the way up to 100x, which is honestly an overkill. I mean, how many smartphones even offer that? To be real, once you push past about 30x, things start looking less like a photo and more like an oil painting. But if all you need to check out something far in distance, it actually does a decent job. And I've got to admit, I enjoyed using it. The larger sensor definitely helps keep things sharper at those mid-range zoom levels. So, while 800x is mostly just a pretty trick, the usable range before that is pretty solid. Let's talk megapixel. By default, like most other smartphones, the X200 FE uses pixel binning to give you 12 to 16 MP shots that are cleaner, smaller in size, and better in low light. Switch to the full 50 MP mode and you do get more detail, especially in good lighting. The main sensor can produce sharp, high-res shots that look great at first, but zoom in too far and you will notice some sharpening. A bit too much sharpening or that plasticky texture where natural grain should be. The telephoto lens actually benefits more from the high resolution. With true 3x optical zoom, shot at 3x looks clean and natural. And thanks to the 50 megapixel count, you can push to 5x or 6x with hybrid zoom and still get solid results. So yes, the 50 megapixel mode is useful, just don't expect to magically turn the X200 FE into a pocket DSLR. Now, the X200 FE isn't playing around when it comes to selfies. This thing packs a full 50 megapixel front camera, which is more megapixel than most people use for their rare shots. And good lighting, it delivers exactly what you expect: crisp details, accurate colors, and just the right exposure balance between your face and the background. Vivo's AI stepped in to do its usual magic, brightening eyes, smoothing skin, and generally trying to make you look like you got 8 hours of sleep and perfect lighting, even when you don't. For some, it's a glow up. For others, it might be just too much. But one thing's clear, the processing is strong compared to phones like iPhone. This X200 FE even delivers better background blur and skin softening, which, depending on your taste, is either a flex or a Photoshop fail. Now, when it comes to video recording, the X200 FE really shines. I mean, as you can see, the 4K 60fps video looks clean with amazing dynamic range, top-of-the-line stabilization, and image quality that is just out of this world. Videos are vibrant with accurate colors and ample sharpness. As I'm walking around this beautiful place, the experience is just like a movie. And to be honest, I really love this video. It reminds me of why we need to go outside more. Okay, now in this clip, as you can see, the focus is pretty fast on this main camera. And man, that sweet background blur is just next level. Plus, don't even get me started on the dynamic range here, which is just on another level. The image quality, the sharpness, the details, Well, if I apply my custom LUT on this clip, dang, it looks like it came straight out of a cinematic movie. But in reality, it's the smartphone mains 4K 60 FPS video. Now, the low light at 4K 60 FPS is like looking at the stars. I mean, it's beautiful. The noise is there, but it's barely visible unless you try too hard to see it. And the image quality is just chef's kiss. Another clip of me walking in the streets, and man, the stabilization just makes me want to jump out of my chair. I mean, it was pretty dark. And while the footage takes a hit in detail due to noise, I really like the stabilization. It's 4K at 60 FPS, and that makes it one of the best smartphones for video. Now, the Telephoto lens also supports 4K 60 FPS, which is pretty rare at this point. Videos from this zoom lens shows excellent details, color consistency with the main shooter, and smooth exposure transition. This adds valuable flexibility when shooting focal lengths during live shooting, a powerful tool for a narrative content. And should I say how amazing it is? I mean, look at the details, the stabilization, and the image quality, which just rides like a ghost rider. Plus, you can also zoom in 15x from 3x telephoto. And while it takes a hit in the quality due to the noise, I should point out it was pretty dark and the scene didn't have much light, but it does look amazing at this point. And now, I'm just amazed by its low light performance. I mean, come on, this can't be that good. The noise is there, but not so much that I would want to throw this smartphone at a wall. And it's a 4K 60 FPS video, so yeah. Stabilization takes a hit, but hey, it was pretty damn dark and I don't complain about the smartphone at all. Now here's where the cracks start to show. The ultra-wide lens, while serviceable for photos, is capped at just 1080p at 30 FPS for video. A stark drop off in quality and capability. Footage lacks the clarity and sharpness seen on the main and telephoto modules. And the dynamic range takes a hit as well. This limitation makes the multi-camera video consistency nearly impossible, especially for creators who need seamless cuts between angles. So if you're hoping to use this ultrawide for cinematic landscape shots or tight interior scenes, prepare for a visible downgrade, as you can see. And the biggest quality dip you will see is in the low light, as you can see. I mean, this feels like it was shot on the OnePlus 3, a smartphone that is so old. But hey, I don't think many of you will use the ultrawide camera that much, as I never did. So let's move on. Now, 4K at 30 FPS made me want to cuddle this smartphone. I mean, come on. This video looks like it was shot using a mirrorless camera. But no, it's a stunning little fella. The image quality, the dynamic range, the details are just insane. Plus, it was getting dark and still no sign of oversharpening or too much noise. Plus, shooting at 4K 30 FPS from the 3x telephoto made me realize why I don't need a gimbal for this Vivo X200 FE. I mean, as you can see, the shots are pretty stable for this point, as I was walking and panning, and still, it doesn't look like an earthquake of 10 magnitude. Now, I've never seen this much clear night video from a smartphone recently. I mean, the noise is almost non-existent and the image quality is just chef's kiss, as you can see. Now for the portrait video. And I thought that the portrait video was just here for decoration, as many smartphones suck at it. But damn, look at these shots. I mean, they look like I shot them with the DSLR camera. But no, it was this little fella. The dynamic range, the details, the image quality are just out of this world. And the subject separation is also great at this point, which is crucial. And I really like this 3x look compression, as you can see. A bonus point, if you shoot the videos with the 3x telephoto in 4K, well, you don't need a software-driven blur in video, as the 3x sensor size is bigger. That means natural bokeh. So yeah, do check it out for yourself if you have this Vivo X200 FE. Now let's talk about the front camera. A 50 megapixel unit capable of 4K video at both 30 and 60 FPS. This is a standout pick in the compact flagship space and a major win for vloggers. Daylight footage is excellent, with clear facial details, lightening skin tones, and minimal overprocessing. The front-facing microphone area captures voices clearly, with minimal background interference. The stabilization here is also impressive, keeping selfie vlogs stable even during walking shots. In many ways, this front camera is more capable than the real ultrawide camera in video. A rare but welcome reversal. And yes, you can also shoot slow motion videos at different frame rates, which to me, I never actually use. Now, this X200 FE also has some AI magic, like AI magic eraser, which works like a charm, as you can see. I was removing this fan and it worked really well. Not at Samsung or iPhone level, but surprisingly well. Then there's AI image expand, which when I was using it, I was shocked at how well it was working and how fast it was. As you can see, then there's an AI image enhancement, which to me is a good feature. I mean, we all have taken some shot that we would want to improve, so it is a good feature. And you can also adjust the bokeh after shots and also do a lot of things that are interesting. So yeah friends, this is not just a smartphone with good camera hardware. It got some tricks too. But you may ask, Hamza, should we buy it? So friends, that brings me to my final verdict. So as you guys just witnessed, the camera setup on this phone is actually wild. And I'm not just talking about these cameras. This smartphone has it all. A gorgeous display, blazing fast performance, top tier build quality, and a compact yet premium design that feels way more expensive than it actually is. And the fact that all of that comes in just $650, that's not a deal. That's a daylight robbery in your favor. Honestly, if I were you in a market for a smartphone for everyday use and the killer camera work, I'd grab this one without thinking twice. I mean, it checks every box like it was designed by someone who actually listens to users. Now, yes, there is only one little hiccup. The ultra-wide camera. Vivo, why are we doing 2020 things in 2025? An 8-megapixel ultra-wide? Seriously? I mean, this smartphone was this close to be a flex machine, but you all decided to add nostalgia instead. So, if someone from Vivo is watching, please, next time, 50 megapixel or we're right politely. Anyway, despite that, the smartphone still slaps hard for the price. And I 100% recommend it to anyone who wants flagship at an upper mid-range smartphone price. And hey, if you're in Pakistan and eyeing for this smartphone, well, I've teamed up with Sharjah Mobile, a store that's actually reliable. They got this Vivo X200 FE and plenty of other hot devices at price your wallet will actually like. And don't forget to use the code Hamza for an exclusive discount. Just doing my part. And that's all for this video. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, then please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to never miss a review video like this one. And if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up and leave your thoughts in the comment section. I will love to answer them. So my name is Hamza, this is Headstick, and I'll catch you in the next one. So if you want to watch the full review of this Vivo X200 FE, then that video is right here. And if you want to watch the full gaming review of this Vivo X200 FE, then that video is right here. Thank you for watching.